Hello, hi, my name is Benedick and eBodyFUSION.com for all of your scanner training needs and more. Today I'm going to talk about the different electrode heads on the different devices and how that applies to cosmetology. And for instance, the RITM devices always have this very flat face. Now this is really good because you can in cosmetology, because you can get this line here across different places, and I'll demonstrate them, but there are nerve endings that come out, so you can stimulate up into these areas and all the way around your face by putting these electrodes right on top of that nerve bundle. Now also this is it feels really good when you brush it against, because it's really flat and smooth, so you get a very flat and smooth feel to it. Now, if you compare that to the DENAS PCM, this has slight ridges on it, and so as it passes over the skin, it has more of a ripple massage effect to it compared to the absolute flat electrode of the RITM. Now, moving on to my old favorite, the classic DENAS. This has 3 electrodes. Now, these, as you can see, are a very different configuration to this. And so one is plus, minus, plus, and just as this is plus and minus outside and minus on the inside, I believe it's that way around. And these are really good because they brush very smoothly against the skin. And as they're brushing up against the skin, you've got all of this room here where the electrons are being distributed across into the skin. Over here we have much less length around this device comparatively. So you have a different type of stimulation action going on there. Now moving on to one of the ENART units, and this is a much bigger head than the RITM and even more bigger than these guys. And so this one is good for sampling or doing larger areas, or there's a really good way you can use this too, is if you want to specifically distribute it, say, into areas, you can just touch the skin on this area. And so you hold it at an angle, you hold it on the bone, not utilizing this, just getting this top piece in contact. Now moving on again to another ENART unit, this is the 906M, and this is fitted with these long electrodes. Now this is not, in my experience, much good, and maybe much good for using cosmetology. I may be wrong, but I don't think so. This is more for brushing or working large areas. Now, it would be good because you can get right up in that area in the eyes. So yes, there's an example of it, but it's not. It's rather a large area for cosmetology reasons. So let's just give an example with this one. So going back to this is the RITM, and let's see, you hold it there and then you go up, and I've got it on power. Let's have a look here. I've got it on power 12. I mean, this is the tiniest display on the planet, isn't it? And so it's power on 12 and a frequency of 90. So that's good. So I can put this on here, and I'm going to bring up the power. Yes, now I'm feeling a tingling, like a ripple effect that was beginning to leak out above. So I'm going to bring it down a little bit, put it back on again. But what I'm looking for, there we go. What I'm looking for, see how it's contracting that muscle there? And what I'm feeling is that the electricity is going down a nerve deep behind the eyeball here, and also around up above the eyeball. In fact, it's kind of soothing and kind of pleasant. Now, as you may know, there's these trigeminal points that come out where a bunch of nerves come out of the brain and then go into all of these, the musculature and the fat and the so that those nerves tighten up all these different muscles. So a bunch of them are across this bone here. So this is a really good access point too, because quite often it's tender in here, and up in the temples too. So you can reach into those areas by brushing up into the hairline and turning up the power. Well, I'm on too much hair now and I'm not getting contact with these electrodes because they're very flat. So in that situation, my old faithful here, the classic DENAS, turn on, bringing up the power into this area. Oh yeah, see what it's doing to my eyebrow? I'm right on top of the nerve that controls these muscles in there too. Now I can feel the tingling up in my temples. Ouch, it's got a bite to it, it's pretty high. So I can get through, because of these ridged direct electrodes, I can get through the skin. Now the other way, of course, is to use the comb device. Now, so if one was going to be working on like eye issues, which is what I was doing right with these areas, my bags under my eyes, and they've come down in the last 2 weeks since I did that video. Bring the power down and put them on there. Now, as you explore and turn the power up so you can feel it, oops. And as you explore, you can feel it going to different areas. So what you want to do is to flush all of those areas with as much electricity as possible. And do the 6 points, get these points included as well. But you can explore around here, explore the back of the jaw here, and explore around the rim of the eye. And you'll find all of these nerves that treat and refer the electricity all over the face. Aloha, my name is Benedick Howard. eBodyFUSION.com for all of your training needs, and please subscribe if you'd like to learn more. Aloha.